What's good, ladies and gents? Welcome back to MKO Boxing, aka MKO Pugilism, where we talk all things box. Remember to like and subscribe on YouTube. Give me a follow on TikTok also. So let's get into it. So the main event from this weekend's action in Philadelphia, over there in America, contain, of course, Jarron Boots Ennis versus Lima. Lima, the last name I get better than the first name. But yeah, Lima is a guy that I think he'd only had about one defeat, two defeats. So a guy coming in with quite a decent record. Obviously, for Jarron Boots Ennis, first fight at 154 pounds, light middleweight, or super welterweight, whatever, however you want to slice it. So this was his sort of coming out party where he's, first fight up in the new weight division. And to be honest with you, with this fight, you couldn't really ask for anything more from Jarron Boots Ennis. I mean, he just absolutely destroyed Lima, and he'd done it with ease. I mean, you just literally pretty much punch perfect. I mean, the fight opened up first round. Jarron Ennis, he's one of those guys that switch hits, so he can switch to southpaw or orthodox. He can fight well out of both stances, so he decided to start as an orthodox fighter. And Lima, to his credit, he's a southpaw, so Lima was having his little moments, but not much by way of success, but he was just there. He was quite close with Jarron Ennis, and he was sort of holding his own for a little bit, but I suppose when you look back on the fight, that holding his own probably lasted for about a minute and a half, so about halfway through the first round, and then it was like something shifted in Jarron Boots Ennis, and he just switched his stance to southpaw, and it was like the moment he switched his stance to southpaw, the fight was over pretty much. He switched his stance, and basically Lima couldn't cope with it at all. And with Jarron Ennis, he didn't play with his food at all. It was just like switched his stance to southpaw, and then he started trying the left hands, and they kind of exchanged left hands. Ennis was just too quick, gets there first, hurts Lima, and then again more damage he does with the right hook. And what he does, I think it was a straight left hand, right hook combination. And that puts Lima down for the first time. And it was just like Lima just had no adaptation. He had no real answer to what Jarron Ennis was doing. And it was just a swarm of punches by Ennis. And the problem that Lima had was that these were powerful punches. These were quick, sharp, accurate, powerful. It was just his worst nightmare. So, Ennis, once he switched to southpaw, as I said, starts throwing the power shots. And when he throws these power shots, they're all quick, crisp, they're all sharp, and they're just these punches that Lima just couldn't see him coming. And they're coming from all, different angles, downstairs, upstairs, very impressive. And he was just all over Lima, able to land power shots at will, and it goes down with that, as I said, left hand right hook combination. Lima gets up, to his credit, bravely gets to his feet, and then again, Jarron Boots, he just wastes no time, steams into Lima again. It's lefts, it's rights, and it's all to his credit, to Boots' credit. It's all very organized, and he picks the shots well. Some go to the head, and slips little shots through the middle, and it was all over Lima again. And then more or less it was pretty much from the same shot again, the right hook and the left hook, that Lima goes down again for the second time in the first round. And you could just tell the writing was on the wall. Even when Lima got up from the first knockdown, he was wobbly, he was on shaky legs. So he jumps on him. The second knockdown happens. And then, of course, Boots Ennis, being the instinctive finisher he is, he jumps on Lima again, and it's just shot after shot after shot. He's just heads going all over the place. He's just taking unanswered shot after unanswered shot. Is Lima, and then that's it. The referee just waves it over and just says, that's it, you've had enough. And great decision by the referee. It was a correct decision, because at the end of the day, You know, what else do you want from the guy? The guy's only going to go on to get, you know, probably rendered unconscious, completely unconscious, you know, there. So good decision by the referee. And yeah, Ryan was always on the wall from the time Jarron Ennis turned southpaw. Ryan was on the wall there. So very impressive performance by him. Punch perfect. As I say, you couldn't ask for any more. And now he's basically called out the whole division. He's called out Virgil Ortiz. He's mentioned the name of Charlo. He's pretty much, he ran through the whole gauntlet of guys at 154. You know, and was like, well, I want all the smoke. I want everybody. And yeah, good for him. I hope he does get this fight. I hope he does get Virgil Ortiz or someone like that, you know, very soon. Maybe Fundora he was talking about. But I suppose Fundora is pulled out of the Keith Thurman fight, so he owes Keith Thurman, really. But yeah, very impressive by Jarron Boots Ennis. Let me know what you thought about his performance in the comments below. Let me know what you think about what he can do next. Can he go on and dominate the super welterweight / light middleweight division? Can he go on and unify, maybe become undisputed? You know, what do you think his ceiling is? Let me know. And until next time, it's MKO Boxing, over and out.